Hi, I'm Ashley Paddock.
And I'm Lynn Savage.
And this is Light Matters for May 25th, 2011.
In this week's edition of Light Matters, a world record has been set in ultrafast data transmission, a live report from Laser World of Photonics in Munich, a new handheld flat microscope is enabling quick and easy imaging of skin in high resolution, and an invitation to join our upcoming webinar on the future of lasers.
On a single laser beam, scientists have succeeded in encoding data at a rate of 26 terabits per second, transmitting the data over a distance of 50 kilometers and decoding the information successfully. The process, developed by Karlsruhe Institute of Technology, enables the transmission of 700 DVDs worth of content in just 1 second, the largest data volume ever transported on a laser beam. In this experiment, KIT scientists beat their own 2010 record in high-speed data transmission when they exceeded the magic limit of 10 terabits with a data rate of 10,000 billion bits per second. Their success is the result of a new data decoding process. The optoelectronic decoding method is based on a purely optical calculation at the highest data rates, breaking down the initial rate to smaller ones that can be processed electrically. The reduction of the bit rates is required because no electronic processing methods are available to handle a data rate of 26 terabits per second. Companies and scientists from all over Europe and Israel were involved in the experimental implementation of ultrafast data transmission at KIT. And joining us live from Laser World of Photonics in Munich with some news of the show is Senior Editor Melinda Rose. Welcome, Melinda.
Thanks, Ashley. Well, here in Munich, the hot topics are laser materials processing, green photonics, and biophotonics. And one technology that kind of encompasses all the areas that's also an equally hot topic is ultra-short pulse laser technology, femtosecond lasers. In his keynote address on Monday, Barry Schuler, the CEO of Radiance, or the co-founder, excuse me, of Radiance, talked about the coming of age of femtosecond technology and how it's gone from kind of an R&D toy for geeks into something that's used practically today. It's being commercialized, especially because it can provide a thermal ablation. You can basically vaporize material with no heat whatsoever to the material. It's really, really cool to see demonstrations of it.
Wow. And I understand that you attended the CEO Roundtable at this year's trade show. How did it compare to the show you attended in 2009?
Well, I think the biggest difference between now and 2 years ago, you can see just from the names of the talks. 2 years ago, it was called Optical Technologies, Bright Hopes in Times of Crisis. And while this year, the focus was more on mega trends of energy, health, infrastructure, and basically the crisis was more of a financial crisis rather than an industrial crisis. And so it's pretty much past for this industry, for which everyone is grateful. John Ambrosio from Coherent, the CEO of Coherent, had something to say about material processing and the need for consolidation in that industry because they're spending a lot of time. He said, we're spending too much money developing similar products. And, you know, that there's the need for smaller companies and niche products, but overall there's a lot of duplication and there needs to be some consolidation. Here's what he had to say comparing his company to Apple.
It's difficult, I think, to compare a consumer products company with capital equipment companies, which generally is what's represented on the stage today. From the standpoint of what their business model is and the true brilliance, they've combined simplicity of form with outstanding execution. And I think every company in the world can learn from that. Would we love to have an iPhone equivalent? Absolutely. Are we delighted that we're providing a lot of technology that's used to manufacture Apple iPhones? You betcha.
Interesting. Do you have anything else you'd like to add from the show?
Just that the weather here is beautiful, and we hope that the ash cloud won't prevent us from getting home. That's another area where photonics technology is certainly being utilized. There's lasers being used to bounce up into the sky and track the ash cloud. So there's photonics everywhere you look.
Great. Well, thanks for joining us, Melinda. Enjoy the rest of the show, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks.
In other news, a new handheld microscope is promising to change the way skin cancer is detected. Developed at the Fraunhofer Institute for Applied Optics and Precision Engineering, it provides a high-resolution image of skin areas of any size and does so quickly enough that one can hold it without blurring the resulting picture. This new microscope has a resolution of 5 microns. For comparable results, a conventional microscope would either be restricted to a tiny field or forced to scan the surface slowly across the skin surface, point by point, before combining the images to create a complete picture. The new microscope makes a single image over a broad area. The ultra-thin microscope consists of not just one, but a multitude of tiny imaging channels, with lots of tiny lenses arrayed alongside one another. Each channel records a tiny segment of the object at the same size for a 1-to-1 ratio image. Each slice is roughly 300 by 300 microns and fits seamlessly along the neighboring slice. A computer program then assembles these to generate the overall picture. The difference between this technology and a scanner microscope is that all the image slices are recorded simultaneously.
Be sure to join us June 21st at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our expert briefing webinar, The Future of Lasers, Two Perspectives. This 1-hour session will bring together 2 expert viewpoints on the future of quantum cascade, fiber, and next-generation solid-state lasers. Our expert panel includes Federico Capazzo from the Harvard School of Engineering and Applied Sciences and Dr. Martin C. Richardson, Director of the Towns Laser Institute. To register, please visit photonics.com. Space is limited.
And before we leave you this week, Light Matters needs your vote. We've entered a contest for business videos, and those who receive the most votes make the finals. A link to the voting page can be found on photonics.com.
That's it for this edition of Light Matters. For more on any of these stories, visit photonics.com. To subscribe to our newscast, you can click on the share icon on this video player and choose feeds to enter your subscription directly into iTunes or any other RSS program.
There are also icons to share this video on most social media sites. Please send your questions or comments to lightmatters@photonics.com or find Photonics Media on Facebook and Twitter.
Thanks for watching, and we'll be back next week.